Very good morning, students. Today we are going to learn the continuity concept. Concept of continuity based on the limit concept. Continuity of the function. Continuity. Continuity of the real valued function. Continuity means if y equal to fx be the given real function. Real function means x is real and fx is also real. Y equal to fx be the given function. And the graph of the function. Suppose if you draw the graph of the function. The graph of the function has no breaks or no sudden jumps. If the graph of the given function has no breaks or sudden jumps or just sudden falls, then you can say that the function is continuous. Now, based on the limit, how to explain this continuity concept, continuity of the function. Based on the limit of a function, mathematically how to define this continuity. How you can declare that the function is continuous at a particular point? How can you say? That is possible with the help of the limit. Suppose x equal to a be the given point and f is defined in the neighborhood of a. F is defined in the neighborhood of a. A neighborhood means a small interval considered around a. Once f, the given function, is defined for all real values of x which lies in the neighborhood of a, such that limit of the function x equal to a fx exists. Limit of the function fx as x goes to a exists and it is equal to f of a, the functional value at a. That means at x equal to a also the function is defined. Once the function is defined at a and in the neighborhood of a, such that the limit of fx exists at a as x goes to a, fx exists and it is equal to the functional value at a, then you can say that the function is continuous. That is the definition of the continuity based on the limit. That means f is said to be continuous whenever limit x goes to a, fx exists and equal to f of a. Here limit x goes to a, f x exists means the right limit at a exists and it is equal to the left limit at a exists. Exists in the sense it takes a finite value. So, the right limit at a to the function is same to that of left limit at a, and both limits exist and equal, and both are equal to, suppose f of a, the functional value at a, where the continuity is discussed here. Then you can say that particularly the given function is continuous at that point a. That is the definition of the continuity based on the limit. Geometrically, continuity means the graph of the function does not have any breaks or sudden jumps or sudden falls. In such case, the function is said to be continuous. That is the geometrical interpretation. Whereas through limiting concept, the function is said to be continuous at a particular point a, whenever the right limit of the function exists, that means takes a finite value, is same to that of left limit at the same point, which is equal to f of a. That means both right and left limits are equal to f of a. In such case only the function is said to be continuous at a. That is the definition of the continuity of the function. So, f is said to be continuous. Here f is said to be continuous at a particular point whenever the right and left limit at that point exists and equal to the functional value. That is the definition of the continuity based on the limit concept. So, definition of continuity. F(x) be a real function defined in neighborhood. NHD stands for neighborhood. NHD stands for neighborhood. In neighborhood of A such that limit x goes to A, f(x) exists and equal to f of A, then f is said to be continuous at the point A. So, f(x) be a real function defined in the neighborhood of A, any neighborhood. Delta neighborhood means however small delta may be. In the neighborhood of A means once you construct a small interval, however small it may be, of course, in that interval values, f(x) values exist. Corresponding to that values of x, f(x) exists, such that limit of f(x) at A takes a finite value and equal to f of A, the functional value at A. Then f is said to be continuous at that particular point A. That is, limit x goes to A, f(x) exists means limit x goes to A plus f(x) exists, the right limit of function at A exists, takes a finite value, of course. Limit x goes to A minus f(x) exists, the left limit at A to the function exists, both are equal and both are equal to f of A. Then f is continuous at A, at the point A. This continuity announces us the behavior of the graph of the function at a particular point, of course. Here by the definition, the continuity discussed here, this definition, by this definition, it announces the behavior of the function at that graph of the function, particularly at that particular point, whether the graph of the function is continuous or it does not have the continuity, or either it has a break or sudden falls at that particular point. We can discuss that nature of the function, that behavior of the function at that particular point with the help of the limit. That is the concept behind the continuity of the function. So, once the right limit and left limit are equal, both are equal and both are equal to f of A, the functional value, then only you can say that the function is continuous at a point A. Out of these three values, if any two are not equal, out of these three values, if any two are not equal, then you can say that the function is not continuous. Once the function is not continuous, then you can say that the function is discontinuous at that point. It is said to be discontinuous. If any of two, either right or left, both are equal and not equal to f of a, that may be one case of discontinuity. And right limit exists and equal to f of a, and both are not equal to left limit, maybe not equal to left limit. Similarly, left limit exists and right limit may not exist. One limit exists and another limit may not be exist. All such cases comes under a discontinuity, functional discontinuity at that particular point. So, this is the definition of the continuity of the function. Now, coming to discontinuity. If RHL exists and not equal to LHL, which is equal to f of a, that means right hand limit exists left and not equal to left hand limit, whereas left hand limit is only equal to f of a, or LHL exists not equal to RHS, which is equal to f of a, or both limits exist equal, exist and equal, but not equal to f of a, or either LHL or RHL does not exist, so any one of the limit may not exist. In all such cases, the function is said to be discontinuous at that particular point A. Then f is discontinuous at x equal to a. Out of these three values, if any two are equal and those two values are not equal to the third one, then you can say that f is discontinuous at a. These are the different cases of discontinuity, of course. Right limit exists and left limit both are exist, but right and left limit may not exist. That means limit may not exist, but left limit may be equal to f of a. In other cases, left limit exists, right limit exists, and these two limits are not equal, but right limit is only equal to f of a. That is one more case. Or right and left limits both are equal and exist, and not equal to f of a. In such case also the function is said to be discontinuous. Of course, this is said to be first kind discontinuity. This case is said to be first kind discontinuity. Kinds of discontinuities are there. Later we will discuss. In either case, either LHL does not exist or RHL may not exist. In such case also f is discontinuous. Only LHL is equal to f of a and RHL is not equal to RHL, then you can say that the function is said to be left continuous, because LHL, left hand limit, is only equal to f of a, which is not equal to right hand limit at a. So, in such case we get left continuity, right discontinuity. Similarly, here RHL exists and equal to f of a, but whereas both are not equal to LHL. In such case, we can say that this is right continuous and left discontinued function. So, This is called, in this case is called first kind discontinuity, because the right and left limits both exist and takes finite value, but not equal to f of a. In such case, we can say that discontinuity is first kind discontinuity. This is second kind discontinuity. Either LHL or all HL does not exist. Does not exist means it does not take a finite value. In such case, the discontinuity is called second kind discontinuity. So, like that, the discontinuity arises by in these any cases, in different cases. Anyway, once the right limit exists, takes finite value, and left limit exists and takes finite value, both are equal to the functional value at x equal to a. Once you put straight away x equal to a, or the given functional value is equal to the limit exists and takes a finite value, then f is said to be continuous. That is the concept of continuity of the function based on the limit concept. That is the definition. Now, right and left limits. Based on right and left limits, right continuity. Right continuity. Right hand limit exists and equal to f of a. Right hand limit exists and equal to f of a, which is not equal to left hand limit exists. Then f is said to be right continuous. Right continuous at x equal to a. Otherwise, left discontinuous or left discontinuous. Left discontinuous function, that is limit x goes to a plus fx exists and equal to f of a, which is not equal to limit x goes to a minus fx exists. Similarly, left continuity. Left continuity is LHL, left hand limit exists and equal to f of a. Both are not equal to right hand limit exists. That is, limit x goes to a minus fx is f of a, which is not equal to limit x goes to a plus fx. Then you can say that the function is left continuous. Then f is said to be left continuous. Left continuous at x equal to a. F is said to be left continuous at x equal to a. So, once the function is both right continuous and left continuous only, you can say that the function is continuous. If any one does not follows, the function is said to be discontinuous at that point. This is only a partial continuity of the function only. It announces as the partial continuity nature of the function. Then we can say that the function is partially continuous. It is continuous from right or left of a point. For example, I will explain through an example. Suppose the given function f(x) is mod x by x for x not equal to 0 and 0 for x equal to 0. Then test the continuity of the function. Then test the continuity. Function. We have to check whether the given function is continuous or not. That is the question here. Suppose f(x) is given as mod x by x where x is not equal to 0 and it takes 0 whenever x is 0. That means f of 0, x 0 means f of 0 is 0. That is given. Now, to check the continuity of the function or to test the continuity of the function, evaluate right and left limits at that particular point where the function is defined. Particularly, f(x) is here, given f(x) is mod x by x for x not equal to 0 and 0 for x equal to 0. That is f(x) equal to, in case x is positive, x not equal to 0 means x may be positive, x may be negative, but x not equal to 0. So, x is positive. Once x is positive real, mod x is x by x is 1. So, f(x) takes a constant value 1 in particularly for x being positive real. Positive means here we are discussing the continuity of the real functions, hence x is always considered as real. So, once x is positive, the function takes x by x which is equal to 1. Otherwise, you can take it like this, x by x which is equal to 1. Similarly, for x being negative, mod x is minus x. So, minus x by x, that is minus 1. Already given for x equal to 0, this is 0. That is given clearly for x equal to 0, 0. So, for positive real values of x, f(x) takes the value 1. For negative real values of x, the function takes the value minus 1. And for x equal to 0, the function takes the value 0. This is our function, given function. Now, we have to check the continuity of the function, given function, based on the limit. Okay. So, to discuss the continuity, this is f(x), this is the function which takes different forms at x equal to 0 particularly. For right values of x, f(x) takes 1. For left values of x, it takes minus 1. At x equal to 0, it is 0. It takes different values at the splitting point. Hence, we will discuss the continuity of the function at that particular point. For remaining values of x, clearly it takes a fixed value. So, no need of discussing the continuity of the function at other values except 0 here, clearly because the function changes its form at x equal to 0. Naturally, the continuity or discontinuity arises and we will discuss the continuity of the function. That means we discuss the continuity of the function, particularly where the function takes different forms. At that particular points only we discuss the continuity. So, hence I will discuss the continuity of the function at x equal to 0 because it takes different forms at x equal to 0. For that, right hand limit at x equal to 0, that is right hand limit at x equal to 0, right limit at x equal to 0 is equal to, it was denoted by limit as x goes to 0 plus fx. X is approaching 0, x is approaching 0 from its right side. X is approaching 0 from its right side means x takes more than 0 values, the values which are greater than 0. That means in such case x goes to 0 plus fx takes the value 1, fx takes the value 1. Since it is a constant, the limit value is 1. So, the right limit at x equal to 0 is clearly 1. LHL at x equal to 0 is obtained by limit x goes to 0 minus fx, that is limit x goes to 0 minus fx, here is minus 1 because x is nearing to 0 from its left side. Left side means x takes all the values which are less than 0 but not 0. So, since x is less than 0, fx takes the value minus 1. It is also constant, hence the left hand limit is minus 1. Whereas f of 0 is 0. At x equal to 0, it is 0. Hence, RHL exists and not equal to LHL, which is not equal to f of 0. Therefore, f is not continuous at x equal to 0, at the point x equal to 0. In such a way, you can discuss the or you can test the continuity of the function at the given particular point. So, here the point is 0. You can discuss the function at 0. For remaining values, it is constant. Being it is a constant, the function is always continuous. So, RHL is not equal to LHL, is not equal to f of 0. So, then f is not continuous at x equal to 0. Graphically, the same function, the continuity of the function may be clearly discussed like this by graphical method, that is analytical method based on limit concept. We announces that the function is not continuous, discontinuous at 0. In the same way, graphically we will observe the function is discontinuous at x equal to 0. Once you draw the graph of the function fx equal to 1 for x being greater than 0 and minus 1 for x negative, for x equal to 0 it is 0. For x negative means x left to that of 0, fx is minus 1. Let us take this is minus 1, this is 1 and of course minus 2 and 2 of course here like that. Y equal to fx. Take x values on x axis and fx values on y axis. Fx is minus 1 for x being negative, fx is minus 1. So, except 0 for remaining values it is minus 1. This distance is always minus 1. Except 0 for 0 it is not minus 1. That is why I am excluding that point. So, until 0 and less than 0 values, the y equal to minus 1. Similarly, for x being positive, the function is 1. So, except at 0, that particular point, for remaining values it is 1. So, fx equal to 1 here and fx equal to minus 1 here. But whereas at x equal to 0, fx is 0. This is the point. This is the point at x equal to 0. Once the graph is drawn to that function, for x being negative until 0, but not 0, fx takes the value minus 1. Once x takes 0, it jumps to 0. It jumps to 0. And x takes a positive quantity immediate to that of 0, then it jumps to 1. So, it has jumps. The graph has jump discontinuity. It has jumped to this point until that value except 0, it takes minus 1. Once x takes the value 0, immediately the function jumps to 0. And then for x positive, for immediate positive value of x, it jumps to 1. So, the graph has discontinuous at 0. Discontinuous at 0. This is the graphical approach of the continuity of the function, the given function. This is the graph of the mod x by x, and x not for x not equal to 0 and x equal to 0, 0. This is the graphical approach of the same problem. Okay. Like that, we can discuss the continuity of the function at a point. Some important points related to continuity. Every constant function for all values of x, it takes constant. Every constant function is continuous. Whatever may be the constant function that you consider, it is continuous everywhere. Everywhere means for our real values. Next, every polynomial function, every polynomial function is continuous at every real. Every polynomial function is continuous at every real. Whatever may be the polynomial that you considered, once it is a polynomial function, that is clearly continuous at every real values. The function fx by gx is continuous. Fx by gx is continuous for the values of x where gx not equal to 0. It is discontinuous for gx equal to 0, where gx equal to 0, both f and g or fg are polynomials here, polynomials. Once both f and g are polynomials, then the function fx by gx is continuous only for values of x where gx is not equal to 0. Sin x, cos x, e power x, a power x for a greater than 0, or continuous at every real point. At every real point, at every real values of x, sin x, cos x, e power x, a power x, sin hx, cos hx, these are all continuous at every real point. Next, tan x is continuous for x belongs to or minus odd multiple of pi by 2. Except odd multiples of pi by 2 for the remaining real values, of x, tan x is continuous. Whereas cot x is continuous in its domain. These are all domains of the functions. X belongs to or minus n pi, n being an integer. Similarly, secant x is continuous. Secant means 1 by cos. That is continuous for the denominator not equal to 0. So, cos function is 0 at odd multiples of pi by 2. Cos pi by 2, cos 3 pi by 2, these are all zeros. Hence, secant is not defined in such case. N belongs to z. Cosec x, 1 by sin x, is not defined for multiples of pi. That means sin x, cos x, e power x, a power x, these are all standard functions. These are all trigonometric functions, sine, cos, tan, cot, secant. These trigonometric functions are continuous over their domains. These are all domains of the tan x, cot x, secant, cosec x. Similarly, for sin x the domain is or, for cos x the domain is or. So, all the trigonometric functions are continuous over their respective domains. Similarly, exponential functions. are continuous. And logarithm, coming to logarithmic functions. Log x to the base e is continuous. For all x that belongs to or plus positive reals only. Once x being positive only, logarithmic function is defined. That is the domain of the function. So, log x is continuous for x belongs to or plus. Right. So, these are all continuity of different standard functions. Polynomial function, constant function, and rational function where f and g are polynomials in x, rational function continuity, and trigonometric functions continuity, exponential functions continuity, and logarithmic functions continuity. They are all continuous for all values of x where x belongs to the domain of the function particularly. You can conclude in such a way. Now, let us discuss the continuity of certain special functions. Step x. Step x function. Continuity of step function. Step function stands for step. greatest integer function. That is, suppose f(x) equal to step x, where we call it as greatest integer function, step x. That is, f takes only integer part of x, integer part of x. That means once x takes 0, 2.5, step x takes only 2, already given in functions. This definition is given in functions. So, let us discuss the continuity of this step function at certain integer values, Let a is an integer, either positive or negative. Let a is an integer. Then step 1, limit x goes to a plus fx. I am taking right limit at this integer to the given function, step function. Limit x goes to a plus fx, which may be evaluated with the help of the definition of right hand limit, as limit h goes to 0, h is very tiny value, very small value, and positive h is and nearing to 0 always. Replace x with a plus h in the function. The right limit of the function may be evaluated by the limit as h goes to 0, replacing x with a plus h, already given in the definition of right limit itself. This is limit h goes to 0 by definition of function given value. Limit as h goes to 0, step a plus h. Step a plus h is, a is integer, h is a very small value, positive value nearer to 0. That means a plus h and a plus 1 is like this. A plus h is very small positive quantity, hence a plus h is right to that of a and very closer to a. So, step a plus h is always a itself. Step a plus h is always equal to a. So, this is limit h goes to 0, a itself. Since it is a constant, the limit is a itself. The right limit of the function is a. Similarly, left limit, step 2. Observe the left limit. Limit of x goes to a minus fx, which may be evaluated by taking x as a minus h in the function as h goes to 0, replacing x with a minus h, because x is nearing to a from its left side. X takes all the values which are less than a, just immediate values of a left to that of a. Hence, I am taking h is very small and replacing x with a minus h as h goes to 0 gives us the same limit. So, this is as h goes to 0, step of a minus h. Step of a minus h is like this, which lies between a minus 1 and a. So, step a minus h is a minus 1. Step value means the integer part. Integer part is here a minus 1. Hence, it takes a value a minus 1. Because it is a constant, the limit is takes that constant value only. Here the right limit is a, the left limit is a minus 1, where a is an integer. and f of a is step a, since a is an integer, a itself, that is a itself. These three are not equal here. The right limit is a, left limit is a minus 1, and f of a functional value is a. The right limit is equal to f of a, but whereas the left limit is not equal to f of a. So that therefore RHL is f of a, which is not equal to LHL. Hence f is right continuous only, partially continuous. That means it is discontinuous. Partially continuous does not mean that it is totally continuous. Hence it is said to be discontinuous at A. Hence therefore f is discontinuous. You can say that f is discontinuous or left discontinuous at the integer a. Whatever may be the integer value, a may be takes the value 1 or a may takes the value 2 or 3, whatever the integer that you consider, 2x. At that integer value, the function step x is not continuous. Graphically, you can observe this. Once you draw the graph of the function, step function, the step function graph is like this: 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, like this. And this is 1, this is 2, and 3, minus 1, minus 2, like this. These are all functional values, and these are all variable value x. Once you consider a value that lies between 0 and 1, 0.5 or 0.7, like this, 7.5, like that. Once you take the functional value, step 0.5 is 0, step 0.75 is 0, step 0.63, 0. So once the value lies between 0 and 1, except 0, of course 0 also 0, 0 and 1, except 1. Once x lies within these values, fx is 0 itself. Fx is 0 means it takes only these values, fx is 0. But whenever x equal to 1, it jumps to 1. Up to x takes the value 2 except 2, it takes 1 only. At 2, it jumps to 2. Up to 3 except 3, it takes the value 2 only. Whenever x takes the value 3, it jumps to 3, like that. Whenever x lies between minus 1 and 0, it takes minus 1 except 0. At 0, it is 0. Once x takes the value minus 2, it jumps to minus 2 from this UR. This is the graph of the function, which is in steps 1. At each and every integer, at each and every integer value, of course, you can take like this up to this. At each and every integer, at integer values, the function jumps to the next value. Once x lies between minus 1 and 0, it takes minus 1, y equal to minus 1. Once it takes 0, it jumps to 0. Up to 1, it is 0 itself. Once it takes 1, it jumps to 1. Up to 2, it takes 1 itself. At 2, it jumps to 2, like that. So at integer value, it has jump, it has discontinuity. Hence, f is discontinuous at integer value of x, where that means once a is an integer, at the integer, okay, f is discontinuous at the integer value of a, integer value of a. So, for all integer values of x, the step function is discontinuous. So, hence we can conclude that, therefore, note point f(x) equal to step x, greatest integer function, that is greatest integer involved in x, is continuous for non-integer real values. Non-integer real values, except, that is, for x belongs to r minus z only. R minus z stands for non-integer real values. Non-integer real values, that is on r minus z. You can say like that. F is continuous, f(x) equal to step x. Step function is continuous on non-integer real values only. At integer values, it is discontinuous. The graph of the function is in step form, hence it is also called as step function.